Happy Monday to you, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Kind of grinning today because Kira handed me a viewer question that she wanted me to answer on today's Facebook Live. And it was one about teething and what kind of toys are best for a puppy to have while they're teething. Well, first of all, I was kind of grinning for two reasons. One, Kira and I have an 11-week-old puppy. So viewer, I'm feeling your pain, baby. I'm feeling it. But the other reason why I'm kind of grinning is because I thought, okay, this is going to be an easy question. You know, I don't know if you know it. Certainly, I hope you can tell it. But I massively prepare for every one of these Facebook Lives that I do. Every single day, I prepare. Sometimes I spend hours on end getting ready to do one of these videos. Research, studying, you name it. And I thought, you know what, I get to take a break today. I know all about this darn thing. But, you know, in my preparation of getting ready to shoot this video, I did my research. And I swear, I don't know if the pet industry and dog owners have just lost their minds or they just can't make up their minds. Because every darn thing's a struggle. I'm reading out there about all these different chew toys and chew items and what have you for puppies. And every time someone said, perfect, right on, that'll work like a champ. Someone else going, oh no, that's a hazard. That's horrible, horrible. You can't allow your dog to do that. You know, the same thing goes with, what should I feed my dog? Should I neuter my dog? Should I spay my dog? When should I spay my dog? Should I allow my dog to sleep on my bed? What kind of training methodology is best? What kind of training equipment is best? Should I put my dog in a crate? Should I not put my dog in a crate? Every single thing is a darn struggle. I tell you what, I am so glad that I kind of know a thing or two, because I've been around this thing for a long time, that I have a puppy. Because if I had to go look it up, I would pull my stinking hair out. Absolutely. So I'm going to do my very best to kind of make this answering this viewer's question easy today. So no one has to pull their darn hair out about it. Okay? Because puppies have had teeth for a long, long time. For millions, I mean, there are millions of dogs have been chewing on things. They've been chewing on anything and everything. And they've been doing it for a long time with mostly, you know, very rare that there's an incident involved in it. So I'm going to work my way down through this darn thing here. So let's just start right off the bat with the question. Okay, so the question comes in, it says, my 12-week-old puppies chew on everything. I just said that. This is what puppies do. They chew on everything. Why do they chew on everything? They chew on everything because they have to interact with their environment. They don't have hands. See that? See hands? No hands. Gone. They have a mouth. They have a mouth. They learn with their eyes and they learn through touch. And they touch things with their mouth. They explore things. They interact with their environment with their mouths, paws and mouths. Touch it, touch. I see it now, I'm going to touch it, touch it. They explore their environment, and their environment has a variety of things to explore. Does this thing have survival value? Does it? And also the fact that I was born with 28 teeth, and I got to get them out of here and make room for 42. So therefore, I'm going through teething here, baby, and that thing kind of hurts a little bit and kind of just irritates me, and I just need something to chew on. But anyway, so yeah, puppies do chew on anything and everything, including you. They just do that. So she says, I have teething toys, but that doesn't really help. And plus, I was told by other individuals, not veterinarians, but other individuals, their teeth are too soft for adult chew toys and bones until they become adults. So again, too soft. That's what she was told. Any suggestions on things to get them that won't lose their interest in 5 minutes? Good luck. Okay, I totally get that puppies are puppies. They bore easily, but my laundry hampers and kids' toys can't take any more heat from these puppies. Again, puppies chew on everything. Everything that you allow them to chew on. They do it to interact with their environment. They learn by interacting with their environment. Remember, they learn really two main ways. Exploratory, exploration. Exploration. They come across an object like this, they think, hey, an object. And immediately, once remember, I've done this in videos before, this is a novel object that they see it for the first time. So they investigate it. In the process of investigating, how can this thing serve me? What can I do with it? Can I throw it in the air? Can I push it with my nose? Can I chew on it? Can I eat it? What can I do with this thing? Imagine being a little puppy. Your eyes have only been open for a month in this whole big old wide world. And you want to explore it. How are you going to explore it if you don't have hands? If you don't have anyone to show you a video or TV or give you a book to read? How are you going to do that? And if you don't have anyone to show you? So forget the mimicry. Maybe you don't have another dog and you're busy working from home. So who's going to show me? How am I going to find out what this thing is and what it can do for me? I'm going to do it with my mouth. Absolutely, I'm going to do it with my mouth. So yeah, puppies chew on everything. Do they get bored easily? Do they move on? You bet they do. Why do they do that? Because you may find out real quickly, you know what? Other than the fact that it bends, looks pretty cool, doesn't do a darn thing for me. I need to move on. Has survival value. Over and over again, I repeat, survival value. They will learn that first. Animals know what they need to know, and what they're going to know first is what's going to keep me alive on the planet Earth. They're going to explore everything. Your couch cushion, your shoe, you, anything and everything that I need to interact with. You're going to be more social, everything else to see if I can even eat it. Will it provide me with life-sustaining nourishment? Again, I've only been on a planet a month. I don't have a clue that you furless bipeds are going to feed me forever. So I explore. And out in the wild, there's a variety of things to explore. Some are harmful. Probably you'll learn. Yeah, you go exploring a cactus, find out real quick, that's not a good thing to explore. No, it kind of works. And rocks, yeah, they're kind of hard and they don't really provide me with anything. Mulch is better. Yeah, dirt's a whole lot better. Yeah, and sometimes other animals, excrement. Oh, that's pretty tasty. They learn these things. They get cause and effect from it. Some things make them barf and some things make them, ow, that hurt. They learn by interacting with their environment, and their environment brings a variety of things for them to learn from. So again, puppies, they're born 28 teeth, and they will eventually lose all those teeth and bring in 42 additional teeth. Typically about 4 months of age, they have their incisors. Those will be the first things to go. Yeah, you look at your dog, it'll grin at you one day, you're playing with it, and all of a sudden you look down and 2 or 3 of these front little teeth are missing. Yeah, don't be alarmed. Typically starts happening about 4 months of age. And then between 5 to 6 months of age, they'll lose those canines, those big old long things. They'll get replaced. And sometimes they have double canines. The adults will come in and behind the long canines and start pushing them out. And then we'll go the premolars and then the molars till it's finally all said and done. And there could be some hiccups along the way. A lot of brachycephalic type dogs have issues, and dogs with underbites and overbites. But for the most part, that's what nature intended. 28, work your way up to 42, 28's all come out. So again, this is why they choose. So at the end of the day, what you're going to have to understand that you need to have a variety of things like nature would provide for your dog. They will move from thing to thing. They will not stay on anything for really any great length of time. I know you're going, okay, so what if I gave you this little lamb to chew on? Would that occupy you for the next 1 hour Zoom call I have to be on? That conference call I have to be on? Will this do? Will it? No, fat chance. Not happening, baby. This is not. You need to wrap your head around that when you get a puppy. You need to wrap your head around this is not going to happen. Okay. So again, they really have really sharp teeth, and they're going to explore their world. And, by the way, I put out videos on why they have sharp teeth. But, one thing to kind of think about as well is their jaws aren't real strong at this age here, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Bad thing is that because their jaws aren't so strong, they have these really sharp little teeth, and they use those teeth to assist them in tearing into things because I can't really count on my jaws to help me. I'm going to use my teeth. But also because their jaws aren't very strong, kind of difficult for a puppy that's 12 weeks of age to get itself in much trouble, meaning shredding something off that's really hard. They have a hard time doing that, and therefore there are reasons to give your dog certain types of toys and things to chew on. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going through this as well. See this lamb? You've probably seen it on a video. Captain stole it right out of a video. Loves the darn thing. He's 5.5 years old. Our 11-week-old puppy loves it too. Why? Hear that squeak? As far as they're concerned, there's a mouse in there. There's a mouse in this little lamb. So it's a fun little thing to play with. They're squeaking. You're trying to make a phone call. You're trying to do some work. You're trying to prepare for a video like this. And all you hear is, Oh, the greatest fun in the whole wide world for a puppy. And you're thinking, oh my God, you're killing me. Yeah, so that's one thing for them to play with. And then you do have a rubber toy like this. They love to pick it up in the air, play fetch themselves, chew on it for just a little bit, bend it some. Yeah, fun thing for a dog to play on, perfectly safe there. And then you have little bully sticks there. Again, keep an eye on these. They'll usually turn the end, a small puppy like that, into paper mache. And then about the time you start seeing it get too soft or whatever, it needs to go. All right, then we have a little raccoon. This is also, still has a squeaker. I'm amazed it still has a squeaker in it because, man, I think she killed the one. Yep, the one in the tail. Gone, already gone. So, yeah, they go after those squeakers first thing. First thing, they think there's a mouse in there. I'm going to get that mouse. Okay, so you got that. Bin and bones work great. And then one of my favorite things is a split antler. Again, guys, I did my research, and if you go look up all these things I just showed you, oh my gosh, you'll find some people saying, awesome, love them, they work like a champ. And you'll see others, oh, they're horrible. They're horrible. So I'm giving you what I give to my dog. And why do I give to my dog what I give it? That was a crazy sentence. But why do I do that? Because I've got a little bit of experience. Yeah, over 6 decades of owning dogs of various types, big ones, little ones, ones that were incredible chewers, voracious chewers, chew up everything, versus ones who really don't give a hoot about chewing that much. I've owned them all. Plus, I owned a veterinary hospital for over 2 decades. And I'm here to tell you, out of 70,000 plus dogs that we saw, I honestly cannot remember a single incident in which we had with a young puppy below 4 months of age that got itself in a problem chewing on something. I can't, especially no fractured teeth or whatever. I don't get that. So I'm sure it does happen. But again, you go to any sort of reputable veterinary site or whatever, and they'll tell you that, man, dogs have been chewing on a million things for years. And mostly it happens without incident. Okay, so that brings me to that next step. Because you just happened, because I said that, now all of a sudden you are the person who catches lightning in a jug. You're that type of person. So I'm going to just go over a couple of little safety things here, some things that you need to do. Number 1, inspect the toys. Inspect the toys. As a matter of fact, while I was talking about that and getting ready to write that down there on my little notes, I started inspecting the toys. And we look at these every single day. And I was running my hands through little Lammy here. And Lammy has a big canine puncture. No doubt. Thank you, Captain. I know you're innocent until you tried, but I gotta tell you right now, I can tell the size of that. And guess what they were going for? What's right underneath it? The squeaker. Big old canine hole right there. All right, so now I kind of dig around there. Do we have any stuffing in there? And if we have any stuffing in there, well, then unfortunately, either Lammy has to get sewn back up or this toy's gone. Maybe I have to go get a new one, but I can't allow that to happen. So you need to inspect your toys. You need to go through, check this thing. Because again, yeah, dogs will want to pull these little ears off of this little raccoon, little legs, make them all go away, yank on this tail. Check it. Check it for its integrity. Is this still a good toy? Yeah, check it. Okay, work your way down the line here. How about this thing? Any ends coming off of it? Any really serious damage on any of these ends, the weak areas? Check it. Move along. Yep, that's fine. Okay, this antler, let's get a feel for it. Any shards, anything jagged edges? Nope, don't see any right here. Boom, move along. Same thing with this thing. Yeah, it's kind of chewed up, but still good to go. Check it. Then check your dog. Check your dog. Meaning, look at your dog's teeth. They should get used to that anyway. They need to get used to all sorts of handling. Looking at their teeth, looking in their ears, checking their paws, clipping their nails. These are things that you do while you have a young puppy. But look in their mouths. Check them out. Do I have any problems going on with the teeth? You'll be able to tell in a heartbeat. If there's any bleeding in the gums, keep an eye on that. A lot of times, yeah, if I chewed on this darn thing right here, I guarantee my gums are going to bleed. And that can be fine. But again, if you have prolonged bleeding, maybe we have an infection. A lot of times your dog will tell you through other means. Remember the rule of threes? Remember the rule of threes? Go back and watch that video on the rule of threes, the survival videos. Keep that in your mind. Always, always, always the rule of threes. Keep it in mind. Now all of a sudden my dog's got bleeding gums, and my dog all of a sudden doesn't have an interest in this very much, and my dog is taking forever to eat that kibble, or not eating at all. There you go. Rule of threes. Now it's time for you to make an immediate decision and to take action right then and there. Okay, so now move down that. We're going to check all our stuff. Okay, now another thing. When you own a puppy, you need to think about, why did I get a dog? And after you get a dog, You need to think about, why am I so going crazy by this dog? Dogs require attention. You have to be in tune with your dog. So many times I get it, you think, I get this puppy, I'm gonna give him this little lamb here, you go chew on that, and I go take care of life, which continues to march on regardless of whether you have a dog or not, and everything's gonna be perfectly fine. Well, when dogs chew on toys, you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware of it. You need to be around. You need to at least have one ear and one eye on your dog. You can go and devote the other to business, but you need to be in tune with your dog. This is not a, hey, I get to go forget you for the next hour. You enjoy yourself with that. No, because yeah, that's when the leg comes off. That's when everything goes down the hatch. That's when the hazard occurs. Right then, that's when Murphy rears his ugly head. Right then. Castell, our little puppy, does not chew on any of these things unless we're right there, we're watching, we're aware of it. I'm not staring at her. I'm aware because I'm a dog owner. No different I would be with young children. I would be aware. And you have to be aware because they don't get it. If they yank off his tail, they don't have a clue that thing could get stuck, cause all sorts of issues. No, that's your job. Remember, what's your job as a human parent to children? Two main things: supply those children with life-sustaining nourishment and protect them. Puppies no different. Protect them. So make sure you do that. And then also kind of keep in mind, moderation is the key. Moderation is the key. It's the key to everything, and that's something that's becoming a vanishing trait, unfortunately, in the pet industry. Golly, if I wasn't already aware of that, heck, do a year's worth of live videos, and you'll become very aware of it. It's like there's nothing but a green light anymore and a red light. No one has a yellow light. Well, chewing requires a little bit of a yellow light, meaning, you know, these split antlers, I like them. And by the way, I like the elk variety, the elk antlers. And the reason being that the deer antlers typically are a little bit smaller and they're also harder. But it depends on what kind of dog you have. Oh, and just so you know, any of you people out there, they don't go killing animals to get these. These things are shed. And when they shed, they're just lying on the forest floor. So people pick them up and use them, clean them off and everything, and provide them as chew toys. I've given my dogs antlers of some sort forever. Forever. One of my favorite things, especially the split ones, because there's marrow right here in the middle of it. And they'll just gnaw on that a little bit, gnaw on it. It kind of gives away a little bit some there. They don't start to crack it. I make sure it's big enough to where they can't even really get a full whole mouth on it. They just can't. They just kind of have to, just right there in the very front of it. That's all they're doing. And they just work it a little bit and work it, and then they're done. And then they're moving on to this, and then they're moving on to that, and then they're moving on to this, and then they're moving on to that, and then they're moving on to something I don't want to have at all. And that's when out comes, or drop it or leave it. That's when a teachable moment happens. But they move on. It's moderation. Also, I moderate when our puppies chew on things for a reason that you probably never even thought of. Living in a human world as a young dog can be extremely stressful, especially when they first come into your home. It's a novel environment, no prediction, no control, no nothing. It's very stressful. And depending upon the animal's genetic baseline, are you a low-ranking scrounger? Are you a high-ranking producer? What are you? At the end of the day, if you are low-ranking, you're super stressed out, chewing can become a coping mechanism. And some of that is healthy. Yes, it's a cognitive shift. You get to think about this versus what the heck's going on around you. Yeah, that's healthy. But it can also become one of those situations that can grow that I can't seem to pass any time. I have no ability to pass time without having something in my mouth. What does that remind you of? Phones? Smartphones? Now, look around you. How many people can sit at a red light, wait for anything, do anything, without looking at their phone? Coping mechanisms. Here we go. Okay, so I like to make sure that my dog is interacting, doing something else, and not chewing all the time. I just keep it balanced, keep it in moderation. How about if you interact with me? Why don't we do a little bit of training? Let's go for a walk. Let's do this, let's do that. Anything other than letting you sit there all day long chewing on something. Because again, this is what I do. I deal with animals that suffer from psychiatric disorders. And trust me, when they come to me, I go hunting all the way as far back as I can possibly go. I'm looking for the breadcrumb trail that got left. And many times I'll find that this becomes the coping mechanism. And it leads to animals who destroy the home when these things are gone. When you pick them up thinking, okay, all your adult teeth are in, so you won't be needing Mr. Raccoon anymore or Mr. Lamb anymore. No, that stuff's all gone, and forget the split antler. You don't need that anymore. You're not teething. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I can't really function without having something in my mouth. And next thing you know, the dog now starts to turn to chewing on anything and everything. And that, by golly, is when they really get themselves in trouble. That's when the electrical cord gives them a little feedback. That's when that sofa cushion goes down the hatch. Or that yarn rug, in which at my vet hospital, we had to do surgery on a dog that swallowed 100 feet of rope. 100 feet. Yeah, we had to go in there and cut the intestines every 6 inches, cut a piece of rope, cut another piece of rope at the other hole, pull that 6 inches out, sew all that stuff, and then move on down. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. 7 hours of surgery to get that darn thing out. That's when they get in trouble. Those type of dogs, because they can't live a stinking minute of their lives without chewing on something. And if there's nothing they can chew on, they start to chew on themselves. Moderation, people. Moderation. Keep it like that, man. Keep it balanced out there. Keep it out there. But anyway, you'll read online. Everything I just showed you, someone's going to say, that's horrible. Why can't you give that to your dog? I never give my dog a split antler. Oh, bullish, they forget that. And I'm never going to give my dog one of these. I'm never going to give my dog a raccoon. I'm never going to give my dog a darn sheep. Well, that's you. That's you and your dog. But I'm here to tell you, I've been doing this a long time. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm here to tell you right now, I give my dogs these things for a reason. I'm in tune with my dog. I believe in moderation. I believe in understanding nature and how animals will interact with their environment. Now you do too. So you're armed with that knowledge, so you can just do the same as me. So breathe, baby, breathe. Man, owning a puppy's stressful enough. Don't be adding this darn thing to your plate. Let them play with something. It's a lot better than playing on you, chewing on you. Give them something else to chew on. Let them explore their world. Let them grow into a healthy young animal. Work that brain some, work that mouth some, work it, baby, work it. And then give them some time in which they have nothing to chew on at all. Yeah, try to figure out how you're going to pass that time away. Why don't you try going to sleep? That's good. Now I can get some work done. Okay, guys, so I hope you found this beneficial. Again, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Just, again, sometimes it's just really frustrating when you get out there and, good Lord, can't find anything to just give you a straight story anymore. Well, that's my job. I'm going to shoot it to you straight. Guarantee it. Been doing it for a while now. I'll keep doing it. Okay, guys, go have some fun. I got to get back to my little puppy. Guarantee you. I've been giving her a little bit of time now. Seeing how I'm doing this video. Yeah, you don't have anything to chew on. So, time to go get her out. Time to interact. Have a great day.